Hello everybody, here we are at our December craft camp and I brought a guest with me today. I have my friend Isla. Hi Isla.
Hi.
She's gonna help me. I absolutely love this craft project, so I thought it would be fun to share it with someone else. I'm not sitting here by myself because last week my daughter was here helping me create all of these alphabets just so we could get some practice. And that's Anna over there. Anyway, we were getting these done and practicing, and she loved it so much. My daughter is 26, that she went home and bought her own shrink film so that she could make some projects herself. So we're gonna see what you think about this. But
Yeah.
you've made shrink film before, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is something it's a very old vintage style craft. I think it was 1970s that it came out, and there's actually a film called Shrinky Dinks. So if you hear the term Shrinky Dinks, it's kind of a similar thing, but it's the brand. So what I have found, we've tried all different types of shrink film, and this is the one I like the best, which is called Shrink Sheets. So you got that? Okay, we'll go this way. And make sure it's for inkjet printers. You'll want to make sure that you have that one. And this one is not the clear, it's the white. I'll show you here, I have a piece of it. I like the white the best. So it looks like this. And it's really basically a piece of plastic. I don't like plastic very well, but I love shrink film. So we're gonna do this today. So that's what I used, and I printed all of my, I have this whole alphabet that I prepared for you guys. I'll do it this way. So there's all of the letters of the alphabet, plus I did some extra letters for people who, you know, might have more than one A in their name, or, you know, some extra letters that are needed. And you can just print these right onto the shrink film, and I used my Canon printer, and I set it on the high quality, which I think is important. And this is really beautiful. So there's a couple things to think about when you're working on shrink film. One is you can actually color with markers. You don't have to print it. You can actually use markers and color, which we're gonna write some names and do some lettering on the back of our letters. But one thing you have to remember is that when you go from a big letter like this, we're gonna shrink it to this size. I don't know if you can see this, but we'll turn it over and give you a view here. It gets a lot darker. So when you're coloring with markers, use pastel markers. Otherwise, your colors will get so dark and saturated that it won't look as pretty. So that's just a tip for you when you move forward in your shrink film adventures. Okay, Isla? Okay, you can go ahead and start cutting yours out. So this is really easy to cut out. Once you get it all printed on the film, you can just use regular scissors and cut them out. Sometimes it does tear a little bit, so you have to be careful not to tear the plastic. But you just kind of cut around. For some of these, like say the A, I did not cut out the center. It's just too hard. You could use a knife blade if you want to cut out the center, but you don't have to. So what I was thinking for this project for December is that this makes such a great little gift, or last minute gift, or you can even use it as a gift topper, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that today. Remember, if you have any questions, just go ahead and type them right into the comments, and Anna over here will call them out. But in the meantime, while we're cutting, why don't you tell us where you are from, where you're watching from? And Anna, you can shout that out.
Yeah, we have a few people watching from Ohio today, and it sounds like they got a little bit of snow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish we had snow here.
I know, and then we have sunny California and sun in North Carolina as well. And
Welcome, everybody.
I do have a question. Somebody's wondering if you can use a Cricut and then do a print and cut.
You know, you can. Yes, you can do a print and cut with the Cricut. The one thing that I would just remind you about using the Cricut is if you do a print and cut, you can't use the full sheet. So it will actually shrink it down a bit to make the marks for the cut, or you might want to set it up knowing that you can't use the full, you know, you can't fill the full sheet because of the print and cut. But yes, you can do that, and that's such a great idea. And Cricut actually cuts this really well. If you go watch, we did a a shrink film video, I think a couple years ago, and it was the Mr. Bones earrings. And those were all cut on a Cricut, and they were, you know, very delicate, so it does cut really well. So I was going to show you these things. I have here little keychains that we're going to show you how to make today. That one works really great for a last minute gift. You can also, you can see on this one, if you can see it? I'll write. This one I forgot to put a punch in, which I'll talk about that in a second. So I wrote on the back of these with a little marker, and I just used here actually a Cricut marker. And look how cute it shrinks, the letters. It's just so fun to see your handwriting in a miniature scale. But you can use this, you know, as a gift topper. You can say to from on the back of it and just put this right onto your gift. Or you can also make a set of magnets like this and put them on your refrigerator with your name, or you can write words. It's just a lot of different options. Are you all done? Mm-hmm. Okay, that was quick. Okay, so here's the thing that we have to remember. Super important. If you're gonna make a keychain, you have to punch it first, because once it's shrunk, you can't put a punch through that. It's just too hard. And you also need to remember, you need, this is a 1/4 inch punch. You need a bigger punch because it shrinks and then you won't get your hole through. So go ahead and do your punch, and I'll do one here as well. And yep, make sure you give enough room so it won't break. So we'll see how that one works. You put it pretty close to the side.
It looks like it has just
no worries. Okay, we'll see. This will be perfect to try it out. And then I'll put my punch here in the center. Give it just a little bit of space. We'll see if that works. And then I have here, you can use a regular oven, but make sure you have your parents working with you for this project. I have here a little toaster oven, which works as well. So if you have a toaster oven at home, that will work. And you want to set it at 325 and let that fully preheat. Then we can go ahead and line up our letters. I think we might be able to get pretty much all of them. Give them a little bit of space. Let's see if we can get them all in. Maybe you can put your A up. Well, yeah, we have room. Whoops. Okay, we'll slide the G in there. Okay, so just a little bit of space between so that they don't overlap, because you don't want them to melt together. And I guess I don't need this quite yet. I'll need it to take it out. We'll slide it in, and you'll want to put this in for 2 to 3 minutes. And 2 to 3 minutes is such a weird number. So what you'll want to do is watch as they shrink, and they'll start to curl up. But when they begin to open and flatten a bit, then you know they're done. And then I have another trick for this. So do you have a book over there, Isla?
I do.
Okay, this is my little shrink film trick. How are they doing? I don't see them melting quite yet. It takes a minute.
While we watch them melt, I do have a question. What size hole punch are you using?
I'm using a 1/4 inch hole punch. Okay. Are they going? Are they going? Is this on? It is, it's on. I'm gonna just peek real quick. Okay, so once they start shrinking, it goes really fast. So it might take a second. Can you see it from over there, Isla? It's sort of fun. So if you can keep your eye on it and let me know when they start shrinking, that would be really great. I love this. You can make all kinds. Go look on our site. We have some really cute Halloween shrink films that you can check out. Of course, it's not really Halloween right now, but it will give you some ideas of other things you can do. And I have remembered how much I love this material so much. We will be having more shrink film projects. Okay, I think it's going. Why is this not going very fast? Is my shrink film not shrinking? Okay, it's gonna have, oh, there it goes. Can you see it? Now it's starting to curl. I don't know if you can see it, Matthew. There we go, we can see the curls come up.
We have a question on what temperature are you using on the oven?
325.
325.
And it said it was heated already, but it may have not been quite. So you can see everything starting to curl up, and we want to make sure that it fully curls up and then starts to open and flatten again. Are they starting to? Okay, I think I see some shrink. And the other thing too I've noticed is every time I do it, say in one setting, they'll all be the same size, but if I do it again, I might get a little bigger. So these might be a bit bigger. Here they go. All right, grab your book. Isla, and then slap that book right on top. And that's how you flatten it. So the one thing about when you pull them out of the oven, they can still creep up and be a bit curled. But if you put the book on top of it, and make sure you have a book that's big enough to fit, then it will flatten it nice. All right, we're ready to check them out. They look great. Look at that. All right, we have 2 with the hole punch, and then we have 2 with magnets. So should we make some key rings? Oh, we forgot to write on the back, which, let's do that. Let's do one where we write on the back first before we make our key rings. Which letter would you like, Isla?
T.
Okay. I hope I have a T here. Oh, here's one. Yes. There's a T there for you. And I'm going to cut out an I because it's easy. We're going to do a little writing on the back, which I totally forgot to do. These are really, they're kind of fun to cut. They have this neat texture to them. We can just go ahead and slide these babies off.
Do you want to explain why rather than using a timer, it's better to watch?
This one,
Yeah.
when you...
That one
cut it.
tore. Let's go ahead and try it and see if it works,
Okay.
even though it tore. Would you like it? I don't have any more T's. Would you like another letter?
An R.
An R? Okay.
If this one.
That'll take a little bit more. Yes, let me answer that question. I don't have an R. What else? S?
Let's see.
Because I baked so many.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is there an R over there? No.
Here, I'll do...
Do you want to do an M for your last name?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll let you have more of these. You can take them home. Maybe you and your brother can make these this afternoon. Right, Mom?
We
Okay,
don't. We need a shrink film oven. Or a
Oh, you can use a
toaster
regular oven. Yeah. Okay, the reason why I watch it rather than time it is because, again, the variation on the temperature can be so slight and different. And there's other, you know, just like when you're baking a cake, there can be some variations. And 2 to 3 minutes is such a close time. It's not like 23 minutes or 24 minutes or 23 minutes and 35 minutes where you have a bit more of a broad range. So I just like to watch it because I know from experience that when it curls up and starts to fall again, then it's done. So that's why I would say I would use it rather than a timer.
This might, it might melt back together again a little bit.
Well, let's see. I want to find out because it might work. Because it's good to know if you tear something, can you still use it? Okay, I'm just writing something for my daughter on the back. I said, to Emily, love Mom. And I'll let you do that on yours too. And I'm going to put a punch on it because I'll use this as a gift tag. Even though her name does not begin with an I, but that's okay. Sometimes the punch does get a little stuck.
I'll
Use the blue pen, yeah, I wanted you to try that.
should I write on both of them?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, I'll punch the M while you're working on that one. Any other questions going on there?
No, but we do have people tuning in from coast to coast, all the way from Washington to Long Island, New York.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes. Shrink film for everybody. I think that's a happy day. Okay, so Isla wrote on the back of her T. I'll go ahead and punch that for you. I'll put it over here on the side. Yeah, this is really fun. You know, you can make these little projects for your friends. You can all have matching keychains to put on your backpacks or to put your home key.
Yeah, we have some of Isla's friends tuning in.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Hi, Isla.
Shall we pop that one on and we'll get it in the oven? Okay, let's do this again, guys. Maybe it will go faster this time. Okay. I love writing on the back to see how that goes. All right, we have a minute. While that's going, can you keep an eye on that for me, Isla, to tell me when it starts to shrink and flatten? And while we're doing that, I'm going to show you guys how to put the keychain on. So let's see, Matthew, you can see what I'm doing here. So I think that what I found out worked really well when my daughter was over here, we were sorting this out because we both make jewelry, is to get yourself a nice jump ring. And you can find these at the craft store. You can get a little baggie of these jump rings. And I'm using one that's, I would say it's at least a 1/2 inch. And you open this up. I'm using 2 different needle nose pliers, and I'm just kind of opening it up like that. Have you ever made jewelry?
Yes.
Okay.
I make a lot of jewelry for my friends for Christmas presents.
So you know how to do this. Yeah, this is easy. And you'll just slide that little jump ring on and close that up. But before you close it, you could actually go ahead and put your key ring on if you want to. And how's that doing?
Oh, it's curling up now, but
Okay.
it's still
It's still,
shrinking.
yeah. And then we'll just close it up, and there's your key ring.
Okay.
Ta-da. Okay, and we'll watch this first before we do the magnets. I think that's looking like it's flattened. What do you think? Okay. I know, it's kind of an adventure, and honestly, it doesn't matter. If you let it cook a little too long, that's okay. I would rather let it cook a little longer than too little, because it won't shrink as much. Ta-da! Yeah, they cool quick too. I think that may have worked.
Yeah, you could probably still use it.
It might break off if somebody bumps it, but you could probably still use it. But show them the back.
Fragile with it, then you can do that.
Show them the back and how cute that writing is. You can just hold it up to the camera. So if you go like, can you guys see that? You can turn it the other way. I know, it's kind of funny because the camera's the opposite that you'd think. There we go. Can you see that, Matthew? Is that in focus? I just love, love, love this. Like little miniature writing. Okay, that's good enough. Now for the magnets, I have a couple different magnets that I bought at the craft store. These are little, you can actually cut these with scissors, and they have a little sticky back on them. And I found that a lot of these a lot of the letters, the magnets were too big.
I'll grab the ones that
Yeah, get yours, get your S. Because you're gonna do your whole name, right?
Yeah, which
Okay.
one is I?
There you go.
I.
And then here, do you want to do the sticky backs?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll want to probably cut them down. You have your scissors over
Oh,
there. Here's your scissors.
Where's my L? Oh, L.
So these little guys will actually, you can trim the edges a bit with your scissors just to make them fit. Because you don't want the magnet to stick out. You do want them to be hidden behind. So they're pretty easy to cut. What do you think? Yeah. And the other option, I also found these at the craft store, and they don't have the sticky back on them. They're also, you can also cut these.
They are easy to cut.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of soft. They're like foam. These are a little harder to cut, so I might need some bigger scissors. These foam back ones are perfect. Perfect for kids too. But I was going to show you how, this one's thicker, so it'll stand out against the refrigerator further, but I'm just going to add some hot glue, which my hot glue gun's not on. If it were on, I would add some hot glue and just place that on the back. So we'll do that next time. All right, what do you think?
Good.
Do you like these?
Yeah, I have a magnetic board at home.
Oh,
so
perfect. Yeah, if you have
that will work.
yeah, kids often have magnetic boards in their rooms, right, for your schoolwork and to keep everything organized. So, I mean, what a great gift for almost anybody.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Should I send you home with some sheets of shrink film? All right. All right, you guys, there we are, another project. This is our last one of the year. So I look forward to seeing you again in 2021, where we can do all kinds of fun, creative projects, all for kids. And make sure and share this with your friends so they can come and join us and create as well. And we'll see you in January. Say bye.
Bye.